Not just yet, guys. All right, I've got a very special request from a very special YouTuber. His channel name is Alaskan Prepper. Go check him out if you haven't seen it. He has been requesting for quite some time a double snap, and I thought, how do we do this when I hit 250,000 subscribers on this channel? And it is not me, it is you. It is Ninja Nation that has been doing this, that has been sharing these videos. You and me are the reason why this has been great. Well, it's more you than me. It's just me. I show up, right? So without further ado, let's do this. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. Thank you so much for coming today. We're going to be talking about China. We're going to be talking about Russia and their ability to have a reserve currency and how Jim Rickards is wrong. That's correct. I was down here at Boca Raton, Florida at Rick Rules Symposium, and Jim Rickards was speaking, and he said that China and Russia, even though they are announcing that they are going to start a reserve currency to rival the dollar, that it is impossible. The reason why he gave is he said that a reserve currency needs a bond market. I am going to absolutely disagree with that. The reason why, now Jim Rickards says I've been doing this for 12 years, and he says, hey, I sort of know a thing or two, and that is absolutely correct. Jim's done amazing work, written great books, but the facts are this. The world is changing so fast and so rapidly that the rules of last year, or the year before, even 50 years ago, when we went truly on a petro standard, absolutely abandoned the gold standard of whatever former shell it was, have completely and utterly changed. And let me give you an example. Russia, as everybody was mocking Russia and calling for its demise and watching the ruble collapse after they moved into Ukraine because of all these sanctions, Russia turned and flipped the entire switch. They knew one thing that most people didn't, or other governments and central banks didn't want to tell everybody, and that is, we own the gold, we own the resources like natural gas, oil, and other things. We own commodities, food, things like that, and other countries vitally need it. Why? Because they haven't been storing food on their own. It's almost akin to what happened to Egypt way, way back in the day when silver was 1-for-1 ratio with gold. And they said, we're gonna store up food and then feed other nations, not only ourselves, but other nations, and they became the greatest economy on earth. Now, Russia did the exact same thing. They say, but in different times, different currencies, they said, we're gonna do this. If you want to buy our natural gas or our oil, you're going to simply do it in rubles. No more US dollars. If we're being sanctioned and our rubles collapsing, you are going to be forced to buy rubles and then buy it from us. But good news, what we're going to do is give you a little bit of a discount as well. Well, we saw the game being officially changed. Countries ran to Russia to buy rubles, to buy their commodities at a discount, and we saw the ruble start to lift up in value. It was absolutely a game changer. Now, to say today that Russia pegged alongside, put together with China, with their natural vast resources, especially gold, to say that they cannot come together, take a new currency, build a new currency and say, we are going to demand you buy our collective resources in this new currency, and to think that all these pros out there are telling you that won't work is absolutely insane. Now, there's a lot of things happening in the gold and silver market, and I've talked to you about my friend, my very close friend that works for Miles Franklin, and she has been doing some amazing work, and I am physically seeing, I cannot report to you right now until certain deals are closed, but there are literally large orders, very large orders that I'm excited about going through her, and it's neat because I can report this, I'd never tell you who it was, but I can report these as truth because it's me seeing this personally, and I'm very excited that because the wealthy people are waking up and moving a certain amount of their assets into physical gold and silver. Some of them are storing it. If you guys need somebody to talk to, I will put the link to my friend, my personal broker, in the description below. But back on the China and Russia thing, and this is very, very important. All the pros are telling you it can't happen, and they're laughing at you. They're laughing at them trying to do it. Well, just so you know, the pros are 100% wrong. Even economists are authors like Jim Rickards. The facts are the world is changing right now, and what I believe you're going to see China, Russia, they're going to gold back that bad boy. Now that was one of the exceptions Jim Rickards gave. He said you need a bond market or you can back it in gold, but it didn't sound like he was too convinced they were going to do that. Well, why wouldn't you be convinced? China and Russia have been massive, massive buyers of gold over the last decade. It's no hidden fact that China pretty much allows none of its gold that it's mined out of the country. Their government picks it up, and they're also buying it on the open market and taking physical delivery, putting it in their vaults. Why wouldn't you? If you wanted to destroy the currency that you hate the most, the US dollar, because they have been exporting their inflation to you for literally 50 years, why wouldn't you beat them at their own game that they played a long time ago? And that was to gold back the currency. You see, we built a nation off of exporting of inflation. We enjoyed the riches, but we started it with a gold-backed currency. And that is why, if you've ever heard the saying, those that don't understand history are doomed to repeat it, well, you're about to see the US be doomed to repeat history, but they're going to be on the wrong side of it this time. Why? Because they're not going to have a gold-backed currency, and China and Russia will. And international trade will flow into that new currency. Now, people can say what they will, say that I'm crazy and nut job. Don't worry, I've heard it all. I hear it a lot. Like when in 2006, I said, sell your homes, we're about to have a housing crash. Since people couldn't think 2 years in advance, they laughed. And the same things I said, sell your stocks during 1999, 2000, because this dot-com bubble, it's about to burst. Well, guess what? I'm probably gonna hear the same thing, but I'm not gonna hear it from Ninja Nation. Why? Because Ninja Nation is that elite mindset. Your bank account might not seem elite. You may think that you don't have a lot of money, but just because you are literally watching this channel, watching a dude with a bro hawk and a dream, you understand that there is many bigger things happening, and they're happening behind the scenes, and you're preparing for that. You're going to be prepared. You're not going to be scared. And what I want to see, and the greatest gift of this, is you being able to pick up assets for pennies on the dollar from all the morons out there. And I only say morons to insult them. Okay, they're idiots because they can't think bigger. They'd rather talk about, what's on Netflix, what Johnny's doing in the soccer game. They don't care about the geopolitical events that are literally about to destroy their pensions. Yes, I said that. Remember, I've told the story that many of my friends, my coworkers, that just had $1 million saved up after working 20, 24 years, something like that, in their retirement accounts, their 401ks, they'd been putting money into it. In January, right now, are worth between $700,000 and $750,000. They've just taken a 25% haircut. But guess what? It's going to get a lot worse, and that's actually good news, because now, for you, Ninja Nation, the people that are preparing for this, it is about to not only level the playing field, but you're going to blast right on past it. That's the message. That's the importance. And I thought this was a very good and timely message to hit you guys with when we hit 250,000 subscribers. Guys, my goal is to see Ninja Nation at 1 million subscribers by January of 2023. Why? Because the amplified voice of all of us saying, guys, get out of debt, things are going bad, and we're gonna go out and crush it. We are going to be able to take back what the elite have taken from us, and I'm not joking. We will see the big boys fall, the big brokerage houses that everyone thinks is gonna be buying up every house. Well, they're gonna be going against Ninja Nation. Guys, if you agree with this message, please share the video with anybody, especially large groups on Twitter, Telegram, Slack, Reddit. Put it on Facebook groups. Get the word out there, because the more of us there are, the easier it's going to be for us to overcome. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the truth. All right, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.